Great name.
Just Google her.
Yeah.
Diamanto Everipidu. Google Cyprus hoop woman or something, I don't know. But she was unbelievable. I can't describe it without saying watch it. I mean, they do this stuff with a ball as well that I didn't know exists. That didn't really.
I was going to say the ball one is the one I've seen a bit of before. One thing, if we are talking Commonwealth Games, one thing I can recommend is checking out the beach volleyball, particularly the England women's pair, Jess and Vicky. I know both of them through volleyball connections, and have.
I thought we were getting back to your Tinder app now.
Steady on. But they're both brilliant girls, and they've obviously both had to basically give up their job to go and compete in the Commonwealth Games. They've had to, and they pretty much self-fund themselves.
Wow.
They've got sponsors and everything, and so the story is actually quite brilliant in terms of what they're doing. They work really hard, and they're just really nice people as well. You see them sort of even helping out. Certainly, last time I saw Jess, it was helping out an under-15s competition. She was just running the cake stall down there. So, despite being, an international quality athlete, because they train in this brilliant facility down in Bournemouth, which is basically a shed with a load of sand in it, which is where they do their sort of beach volleyball training when they're not on tour, because they're obviously on some of the minor undercard tours. So they go off around the world. So you'll see on their sort of Facebook page random places they're playing in, like sort of across America and China and Korea. I think they went to last year as well. So they go to all these sorts of places to compete. So, and they don't get any central funding. So it's really brilliant story that they're doing it all for themselves, and they narrowly missed out on making the semi-final. So they did well on the the English men's pair. They got through to the semi-final, and they were just narrowly defeated, and they looked like they were going to stage a comeback in the semi-final, but they just lost out in the end to the Canadians.
Did they get the bronze medal? Or?
No, they lost then the bronze, the third place. Yeah, the fourth is the classic British face of any sporting tournament.
But rhythmic gymnastics, but with the hoop, is impressive. I've got to say, like, they were throwing it up in the air, like almost hitting the roof of it, and then doing a handstand and catching it between the legs. Or one of this Everipidu woman, right? Her special move to finish it is she throws the hoop away from herself, so it sort of backspins towards her. Like, that's the most advanced move I could do with a hoop, is throw it so it backspins towards me. Well, this lass does that, then does a cartwheel. While she's doing the cartwheel, will kick the hoop up into the air, and the hoop will come down, and she'll catch it on like her legs. Honestly,
it's the skill. The skill. I have no coordination whatsoever. So the skill to be able to think of those sorts of things, I'm infinitely jealous of them.
It was remarkable. Anyway, that's my recommends. So there you go. Okay, Tim, you're back next week.
Yes.
And you're gonna bring the quiz. So that's exciting. That's 10 minutes less prep that I have to do for next week's show. I want to make some thank yous before we close out this week's show. Big thanks to Tom Eckley and Ollie Smith, who've made donations this week towards Super League Pod. Ollie sent me a long message on Facebook that I've yet to reply to. I apologise, Ollie, but he let us know all about the dissertation that he's been working on, and he's got himself a job lined up once he stopped being a lazy student. So congratulations to Ollie for that as well. You'll have met Ollie, I guess.
I know him very well, from Oxford. He used to sit next to me for certainly the first couple of years, so before he was doing the filming. So we know each other well.
Good stuff. Well, Ollie's thanks to Ollie and to Tom for their donations this week. That's really, really appreciated. If people want to make donations, you can do so using the link paypal.me/Super League Pod. And I've had a big boost in donations over the last couple of weeks, so that's much appreciated by everyone. You
know what you want to do, Mark? You want to take up refereeing, and then if you send a load of messages up to the video ref, you could earn your 250 quid. That could pay for the show in a couple of games.
Well, the two places that money is in the Super League pod coffers and in video refereeing referrals.
Yeah.
That's the two places where money is in rugby league at the moment. That's what we have learnt so far. But no, it's great. It means I can put some aside already to make some donations to community clubs because as well as making a donation to Mighton again, which is what we plan to do. I was chatting to Lee, and I was so grateful for his performance last week and his donation as well. That if there's something left over, maybe the Newton Storm can get a bit of that funding too.
Yeah,
from the SLP
we must
listeners.
give a quick shout out to.
So the more we make, the more I'll be able to give out to other people. I'm also thinking of starting to look at a merchandise inventory. So if there's any particular types of merchandise that you'd most want us to get out there for the masses, let me know, and I'll start looking at prices for stuff that I can then I can get some stuff, get a stock built up with what we've got so far, and spend money to make money, as it were.
We must give a shout out to the Mighton Warriors who had their under 8s or under 9s, whichever it is, I always forget.
Under 9s.
Under 9s. They had their game called off last week due to the weather and the.
It would have been the first game wearing the new kit, which would
show our logo. Yeah.
Sporting the Super League Pod logo, yeah.
But hopefully they'll have a game in the next couple of weeks, so we'll be able to talk about that soon.
Okay. People can find the show at Super League Pod on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/Super League Pod. Please make sure, if you're listening, you do retweet the tweets, you do share the Facebook post, because that's basically how we get the message out. If you want to get in touch with some longer feedback, superleaguepod@gmail.com is the best place for that. Superleaguepod.com is a place for the blogs. I've not had any inspiration recently to write anything other than
I was almost ready to write one about streaming, because I was that angry about it, but then I came down the hill a bit. So
well, by all means, if you feel inspired, do that. Okay, if you're listening to the show, you've obviously found us somehow. There's other ways to listen: Spreaker, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever. They're the two most convenient places. I think the Leaguecast Android app is what I would recommend people using Android listen to us on, just because that's where you'll find all the other Rugby League podcasts that you can listen to after you've listened to your favourite Rugby League podcast, the Super League Pod. And YouTube, Tim, guess what? Last week, YouTube did not like the fact that I was throwing a bit of Kenny and
Dolly Parton. Yeah,
Dolly Parton.
I was listening to that one walking around the Brunel Centre, bopping away. Quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, so they didn't like that. So they took down the last bit, the last segment that featured that track. Obviously,
you can't see it, but I'm shaking my I'm shaking my fist in YouTube's direction.
Yeah, well, it's Dolly and a management company. The two shit out on this sort of stuff. But basically,
that's quite a depth level. Someone's obviously had to listen to the rest of it to realise that they're in there.
Something no, because it comes up on YouTube in 15-minute segments.
Oh, so do you think it's some sort
they
of
must have some
algorithmic
sort of metric
thing?
Yeah. Sees what gets put on and sees if there's
similar,
or whatever. I don't know.
Ask the
Rolling Stones, I'm sure they know. Anyway, we'll leave you with that this week. Tim, do you have any parting comments for the listeners?
No, I'm just excited for the Challenge Cup this week and what that will throw up. So, because I do enjoy this Challenge Cup, especially this sort of round. So there we go.
I think the All Goals lads might be thinking of going up to the Coventry Widnes game, because I think it's a reduced entry cost. It's a 1 p.m. kick-off on Saturday. I can't go because I've got other commitments that when Alan messaged me about it, I'd forgotten completely about. But I have some other commitments with some old school friends in the afternoon, and then doing something for my father-in-law's birthday for the second time this week.
I will be at the...
so happy birthday to my father-in-law.
Yes, happy birthday, Mr. Father-in-law.
I think, on Wednesday, and then we're going out for tea on Wednesday. We're doing, I don't know, we've got a couple.
You've got a social programme
twice, I think.
Basically.
Yeah.
So I'll actually be at Griffin Park, because it's the West London derby, the important West London derby. It's Brentford against QPR on Saturday. So I'll be there. So unfortunately, I'd already booked and arranged all that before the cup game got announced, especially then moved up to a Saturday. So which is a shame. But I shall be checking that one furiously in the pub beforehand to find out what's going on. So please.
Are we back to your Tinder profile? Okay, enough of that, and thanks everyone for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Remember to share it everywhere that you can, and tell your friends, and come back and listen to more next week on your favourite podcast, the Super League Pod.
everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation. On the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was just standing over there by the tomatoes, and here he come, running through the pole beans, through the fruits and veggies, naked as a jaybird. Ethel's over there in the jams, jellies, preserves, and pickles. I hollered over there. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" She dropped a whole jar of kumquats and fell back into the sweet midgets there. It was too late. She'd done been incensed.
Here he comes.
Boogie-dad, boogie-dad.
Here he goes.
Boogie-dad, boogie-dad.
And he ain't wearing no clothes.
Well, yes, they call him the street. Fastest thing on 2 feet. He's just as proud as he can be of his anatomy. He gon' give us a peek. Well, yes, they call him the street. Like to show off his physique. If there's an audience to be found, he'll be streaking around and fighting public critique.
Hello once again, everyone. Your Action News reporter on the scene at the gas station. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was just in here trying to get some air in my car there, and he just appeared out of the traffic. Come streaking around the grease right there, didn't have nothing on but a smile. Ethel's in there getting her a cold drink. I hollered in there, I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" Too late, she done been moved. Flashed her right there in front of the shock absorbers.
He ain't good.
Boogie-dad, boogie-dad.
He ain't good.
A boogie-dad, boogie-dad.
He's just on the mood to run in the news.
Well, yes, they call him the street. Like to turn the other cheek. He's always making the news, wearing just his tennis shoes. Guess you could call him unique.
Hello once again, everyone. Your Action News reporter in the booth at the gym, covering the disturbance at the basketball playoff. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. It's halftime. I was just going down there to get Ethel a snow cone. Here he comes, right out of the cheap seats. Right down the middle of the court there, didn't have nothing on but his high-top Reeboks. He was dribbling, made a jump shot, and got out through the concession. I hollered up at Ethel, I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" Too late, she done got a free shot. Grandstanded her right there in front of the home team. Oh, yes, they call him the street. Whoa, here he comes again. Fastest thing on who's that with me? Ethel? Is that you, Ethel? Where do you think you're going? Of his anatomy. You get